The autumn wind brings a pirate ship that frolics across the sea, that both common man and superfan ride upon with glee. It sets its sails on Sunday with a stool upon its mast, and that sounds the ring of the internet's king and a bristling black mustache. The autumn wind brings outlaws, misunderstood and feared, and blow for blow they'll vanquish foes while drinking down their tears. The world amazed, all singing praise with Casey Smith upon the stage. Dave and Dan, Dan and Dave.
Really? Ain't nobody care about Dan and Dave. It's prime time, baby.
Welcome to the Pro Football Show presented by the Chevy Silverado, the strongest, most advanced Silverado ever. And Silverado's going to be with us for the rest of the show, guys.
I'm a truck guy.
You're a truck guy?
Yeah.
Deion, Dave, Dan, I'm Casey. We're live in New York, back for week 7 of the NFL. And before we get into this, I know you met a celebrity today. You met Tungstown today.
Hey, he's been, I'll start to say he's been on the tip of my tongue all week, but I can't say that. But he's been in my head all week, man. And then I finally meet him. He's a part of the camera crew.
Yeah. He also said his dad, you were like his favorite athlete of all time. So for the clip that we did the last Sunday when we do our quick recap, and we don't even think twice because that's just his name. So all right, Tungstown Bob, and you had that reaction what name? We've called him that for so long. Also delusional, Tungstown Bob over here, who's in his Cleveland. I'm like, I can't believe this.
Tongues down, Bob.
Oh, Deion. Yeah.
No.
Tungstown Bob.
These names. Tongues down, Bob. Did I hear that right?
Yes. He's the best pussy eater in the world.
No.
It's true.
No.
Then he sat on the couch next to us. It's kind of surreal that Deion's my dad's favorite player, and he just met me, and all we're doing is talking about me eating a ton of pussy.
He's never seen a pussy he wouldn't eat. Look at that guy.
Right, then I walk in today, and I'm still talking about him. And he's on the camera crew. Come on, man.
He got a huge hug out of you.
That's my man. Yeah, but who's name?
I think it was you, Dave.
It came out that he ate a ton of pussy.
Yeah. So you just said Tungstown Bob. That's my man.
Tungstown Bob.
Tungstown Bob.
It's great for Tungstown Bob. He's a great guy. He's great at his job, but it's a lesson for everyone at Barstool. If you can get a nickname that sticks, you have a job for life. He's like a Supreme Court justice.
It's true.
Yeah.
He's got a bunch. He's got Bobby Box. He's got all of them.
Bobby.
He's got them all. He said he doesn't like any of them, but for the record, Tungstown Bob. Speaking of records, Deion, you had a great week.
I have a great week every week.
No, that's true.
Yeah.
But you did win last week. You went 11-3. Dan, you went 9-5. Dave, you went 7-7.
Yeah, bad. I'm treating these picks kind of like an NCAA pool where I just get so caught up in the glory of a big underdog that I'm losing track of the big picture. But I do that in March Madness brackets all the time. I'm addicted to the upset, and my bracket's a mess.
And it's back to you being on top, which you said.
That's why I naturally roam.
All right, let's get into the storyline games of the week. We're going to start with the Pittsburgh Steelers at the Tennessee Titans. And guys, we talked a lot about the Steelers this season, but the Titans quietly 5-0 and Ryan Tannehill having quite a season. Deion, what do you think about him?
I've always liked Tannehill.
Oh, I'd like to roll back the tape on this.
I did.
He's an Aggie, so
There's no chance you like Tannehill in Miami.
First of all, everybody
NFL
doing that
Network
era,
clips?
everybody doing that era in Miami was garbage. Their quarterback for the Dolphins. Everybody.
So you were like, I like Tannehill?
I like Tannehill. I loved him last year, and I love him now. If you compare his statistics with some of the top quarterbacks dating back over a year, he stands right up there with some of the best.
He's an MVP candidate.
Yes, he is.
He's an MVP candidate.
But he got Derrick Henry behind him.
Yeah.
That has a lot to do with it. I like Tannehill. I don't love them in this game because the Pittsburgh Steelers defense is phenomenal. And if you think for 1 minute they're going to let Derrick Henry tote the ball 20 or 30 times and run downhill and just absorb that clock, you've lost your mind. And Big Ben is playing pretty good football. It's going to be tough for the Titans.
Dave, what do you think?
Is like the Titans are like the Rodney Dangerfield right now, 5-0, and the fact that Vegas pick them, I'm going to stick with the Titans. I know what Dan's going to say. They haven't looked great against anybody. Two good teams.
They look good against the Bills. I'll give you that.
Good game, but I'll take the home team here. I'll take the Titans. I do agree with what Deion said, though. They're not going to let Henry beat them, but Tannehill's as good as what Deion's saying, then that's fine, because you're going to have to stop the run, then you throw the ball.
And Derrick Henry having 200 yards again last week is just insane.
Unbelievable.
Dan, what do you think?
The Titans, to me, I have been disrespecting them. They are 5-0, but the way they've done it, they had an impressive game against the Bills. They went toe-to-toe with the Vikings, a bad Vikings team. They went toe-to-toe with the Jaguars, a bad Jaguars team. They went toe-to-toe with the Broncos, a bad Broncos team. And then last week, if Romeo Crennel, which I love the decision to go for 2 to try to make it 9, if they get that 2-point conversion, there's a different conversation because they just lost to the Texans, who are a bad football team. So this is my official respect game. If the Titans win this game, I will officially respect them and I will talk about them differently. And if what I think is going to happen, that's a Steelers win, happens, I will consider the Titans exactly how I do. A good team, not a great team.
I will say, at some point in the NFL, and I think 5 weeks in, you are what you are. People always, it's hard to win in the NFL.
It is. And Vrabel has been incredible. I think he's actually stolen a couple wins because he's that good of a coach.
I don't think he's incredible.
Oh, I think he's incredible.
I think he's good, not incredible.
I think he's got them prepared and the little things, the small details that take what Dave is saying, like hard to win in the NFL. Vrabel has those guys focusing on that. And I guess it's just a respect. Like if they win this game, I will absolutely put them in true championship contender category.
Game down the stretch, tight game, 5 minutes, 2 minutes, who would you rather coach your team, Tomlin or Vrabel?
Tomlin.
So I think I go with Vrabel.
History.
They're both very good coaches. They're both underrated coaches. I've given Tomlin some shit over the years.
Tomlin has been to the Super Bowl.
Right.
And won. And you're going to pick Vrabel over that.
Well, my big Tomlin thing is I gave him probably too much blame for the Le'Veon Bell, Antonio Brown, Big Ben thing falling apart. When you see what's happened since, Le'Veon Bell's on his second team since. He sat out a year. Antonio Brown isn't in the NFL. I think Mike Tomlin probably kept that team together longer than they should have been.
That's a fair point.
Yes.
These are the last 2 undefeated AFC teams, but do you think that they're better than Kansas City or Baltimore?
No.
Baltimore, yes.
No.
Yeah, I would say Baltimore, yes.
You guys, something about Baltimore that you guys don't like. Can you discuss that?
Are you watching them?
Yes, I am.
They're, to me, so last week versus the Eagles, Baltimore's defense, I will give credit, looked good. But the Eagles were going 3 and out, 3 and out, 3 and out, 3 and out. So Lamar had the ball over and over, and I'm still not convinced he's a great thrower. Like when he runs, even the touchdown was like a 30-yard run. And to me, that just doesn't translate. Like if you watch the difference between him and Mahomes is always looking to throw, always a threat to throw. When push comes to shove and Lamar's back against the wall, he's got to run.
If you give Lamar the weapons that Mahomes has, I think it's a different game. I don't think we can only name one receiver that he has.
I don't know.
We can only
I don't
name.
know if I agree with you. And he does have what? I mean, Hollywood Brown, Mark Andrews is a very good
Brown
tight
is
end.
just learning how to play the game. He's not truly a one.
J.K. Dobbins, Mark Ingram. I mean,
come on. He's not even on your fantasy team. None of these guys you
actually,
named.
J.K. Dobbins is, but I haven't checked my
That's the only
roster
reason
in a
you know
long
him.
time.
That's the only
No,
reason you know him.
Ohio
Because
State.
Ohio State. He was great.
Ripped up Wisconsin.
He was
he was great.
He's the difference maker for Ohio State.
If he get hurt in the national championship, they win that game.
Yeah, he's not a difference maker.
Here's
in the
my
NFL.
answer to it. And Deion, you know about this because you were results and then hype. Mm-hmm. Whenever a team is hype, but they don't have the results, and I know that I'm unfair in that the Ravens are a very good team, but they have Super Bowl aspirations.
That's right.
And they've lost in the first round, their first playoff game in the last 2 years. So when they go deep, I will start to think of them differently.
I like what you're saying. I'm glad you said in 2 years. But you got to understand, this has been a young quarterback. It's not too many teams.
Guess what?
Have gone that far.
Patrick Mahomes is a young quarterback.
But Patrick Mahomes and probably Russell Wilson.
Yep.
But they were based on what? A dominant defense.
Not Patrick Mahomes.
Not Patrick Mahomes.
Right.
Score 100 points.
But I'm holding them to a higher standard. I think that's fair to do.
I like
when
that.
you are the 1 seed last year and you lose as 14-point favorites at home, I say, what? What happened there?
Distant four. I like Pittsburgh, Tennessee, Kansas City, the Patriots, all above the Ravens.
Wow. All right. Let's go to the Seahawks at the Cardinals. And Dave, you've been kind of up and down on the Cardinals, right? But are you sold on them yet?
No.
Nope.
I mean, you can't be sold on them beating the Cowboys. I mean, that's a rollover game. The Cowboys didn't even show up. And this is a game that if they won this game, I'd be, something's going on there in Arizona. I don't think they're going to win it, but this is a good opportunity for them to, again, they're 4-2. And is Seattle going to go 16-0? Probably not. So this is a spot I could certainly see them losing. But I said it before, I don't know Russell Wilson, but to me, this is a game where maybe he rises up because of the other quarterback. He's like, I'm going to reestablish myself here because everyone's talking about
Kyler Murray.
Kyler Murray.
Yeah, Kyler Murray. They're both kind of smallish guys that run around, throw. So I think he comes out with something. I don't want to say prove because he really has nothing to prove, but sometimes the alpha has to show he's the alpha. So I see that happening here. I'm going to take Seattle.
People compare Kyler to Russell Wilson all the time.
Yeah, and Kyler's a work in progress.
Yes.
To me, the quarterback position has changed over the years. You can have short quarterbacks now, but I feel like Kyler Murray still has to learn how to be a successful short quarterback, and that, like Drew Brees is short, Russell Wilson is short. Baker Mayfield also needs to learn how to be a short quarterback. It's the little things of finding the lanes, finding the passing lanes, being able to throw from the pocket. Like you can see it, but it's not there consistently.
I don't think you got to find out how to be a short quarterback because you were always short. You just got to find out how to play the game.
But the windows get smaller. The guys aren't as open.
You're not throwing out of a window like Bushwick Bill or nothing. You're not throwing out a window like that. I like what you're saying about the quarterback, but the height I don't feel like has anything to do with it. You don't
think sometimes, like, watch that Monday Night Football game. I don't even think the Cardinals were that good.
The
Cowboys were that bad.
They were. It was horrible.
So bad.
Right.
It was horrible. And let me tell you something. Kyler Murray played horrific in that Monday night game.
Yeah, that first half he had that one long bomb.
When you look for 10 TDs and 6 picks and you're winning, how? How?
I'll give you a name, Budda Baker.
Oh my God, Budda
awesome.
Baker. I tweeted, this kid is unbelievable. That's one of the best games I've seen a safety play.
And I'm pretty sure he
In a
didn't
long
play
time.
against the Panthers when they lost to the Panthers. So that's
that was the reason.
A difference maker guy.
I like Seattle in this game. I think Arizona is on their way. They're not quite there. And I'm not buying them 100%. I feel like they don't know how to win. They know how to compete. Mm-hmm. And some team, I don't know who's it going to be. It may be Seattle, but the defense is not great. Some team is going to spy and have a linebacker or safety that's very versatile, and they're not going to rush him.
It won't be Seattle because they don't have anyone on.
Right, but they're not going to rush him, but they're going to keep Kyler Murray back there and make him throw and not allow him to scamper out and run and does the things that he so eloquently does. I like Seattle and Russell Wilson. I feel like he's the front runner of the MVP race right now.
After what happened with Aaron Rodgers last week, you'd have to say that.
And Josh Allen.
Yeah.
Josh Allen's probably out of that.
Yeah, he's out of there. Ain't no problem. He's out of there.
And Dan, you're taking the Seahawks as well?
Seahawks, yeah.
Okay, before we get to Sunday Night Football, there's been a lot of talk about the Raiders Stadium in Las Vegas, and our guy PFT from Pardon My Take, he has a modern love story with this stadium.
We should talk about the new stadium in Las Vegas because
Roomba.
I want to fuck the Las Vegas Raiders new stadium. No, just like I want to grind on it. I don't think that there's really a hole to be spoken for there. It's like a hockey puck in the middle of the desert, except it's shiny. I want to fuck it. It is the most erotic stadium that I've ever seen. It almost looks better with no fans, although I think that it'll be awesome once they do start letting fans inside. But for right now, that thing is sexy as shit, and I want to fucking fuck it.
Whoa.
I do.
1 week later.
All right, that's our show. We'll see everyone on Friday. Love you guys.
just want to get one last look at you.
A little weird.
Little bit.
Little bit.
I like that he let the hair down.
I was asking. So he flew out, did that, got back on the plane, flew home.
Yeah.
What a world. What a world.
So let's talk about that Sunday night football game, the Tampa Bay Bucks at the Oakland Raiders. Deion, Tom Brady bouncing back last week. Of course, we know that the Raiders are 3-2 coming off that bye. What do you think about this game?
Tom Brady looked really good last week. The Bucks defense looked exceptional.
Mm-hmm.
Let me tell you something. They have a matchup. The Raiders have a tight end that's phenomenal. In their running game, that kid can run the heck out of the football, man. The Raiders.
Josh Jacobs, yep.
Oh, good. The Raiders scare me, man, because I don't quite know who they are. One week they're praying like, hey, man, we can really do this. Then the next week they just fold up like.
Well, one bad game, right, against the Patriots.
Who else did they lose to? Off the top of my head.
I
The
can't
last
think
game
of
they
off
played,
the
they
head.
beat the Chiefs. Who did they lose to?
They lost.
Patriots
They beat the
and-
Panthers week 1. They lost to the Patriots.
The
They beat
Bills.
Chiefs.
Forgive me.
They
The
lost
Bills.
they lost to the
Bills.
Bills.
Okay, so that's
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah.
I like-
The COVID thing concerns me. Their offensive line, I think, got sent home yesterday because of coronavirus. And by the way, did you guys see Trent Brown's tattoo? Maybe the funniest tattoo of all time.
I did.
I don't know why I'd never seen that. He's got a tattoo. Yeah, that's his tattoo. It's just Trent Brown being pleasured.
What?
Yes. I had no idea. I saw it. I saw Schefter tweeted the picture of like the Raiders offensive line, and then you zoom in. We'll put it up there for the people. Trent Brown has a tattoo
He had to be sleeping.
of
Somebody did
himself
that.
getting fellatioed.
That's not good.
Is the girl wearing his number?
Yeah. And then
How
there's
is that- how's
another
that gone
woman.
unnoticed?
Is that one of those guys that you love up in the locker room?
Yeah, because that don't make no sense. Right. I love you. That's when I love you.
Also, what I'm curious about is because he went from the Patriots to the Raiders, and I don't know if anyone had 77 when he got to the Raiders, but I'd imagine you've kind of played your hand negotiating when you have a tattoo of a woman in the number 77 sucking you off.
But how do
Because
you
then
go-
if you have to buy the number off of someone who has 77, they can be like, well, you have a tattoo.
But do your
like,
kids even let you come to school to pick them up? Hey, Dad, can you wear some
yeah,
sleeves?
it's a good question.
Dad, can you wear some sleeves when you come pick me
It's
up?
a wild
It's a
tattoo.
wild tattoo.
I'm almost more stunned that I didn't know that tattoo
That's what I'm
existed.
saying.
Right.
How has
I-
it gone under the
tattoo.
radar?
I have no. He had it last year because I found another pic. The close in, the super zoom is him in a locker room at the Patriots. But
That put me all the way over to the Bucks. I'm definitely picking the Bucks now.
because of the tattoo.
Yep.
Well, you're on the right team, though, to have that tattoo.
I'm picking the Bucks.
Vegas.
Dave,
Yeah.
what do you think?
I think the Bucks have come back down to earth a little bit. They looked as good as they could possibly look. For the rest of the NFL, it would worry me that Brady and Gronk started to look like they were clicking a little bit, look like the New England days. But I'm going to take the Raiders here. They're getting points. They're at home. It won't shock me, obviously, if Tampa Bay won, but I'm going to go with Oakland.
Yeah,
Dan?
I'm gonna take the Raiders as well. It's the NFL. Besides, one or two teams, you're never as good as you looked the week before if you looked incredible, and you're never as bad as you looked the week before if you looked bad. So I think you get a little regression here for the Bucks. As long as I'm gonna throw a Deion out there.
Oh.
Pick both sides?
Well, no. If we wake up on Sunday morning and we do a show and half their offensive line is out, I will be changing my pick.
So there's an asterisk next to it.
There's an asterisk.
Okay.
Yes.
That's fair. As long as you say it before.
Yep.
I've only contemplated changing picks. I haven't really changed the pick yet.
No, you've just done a good job
You
of
muddy the
picking both
waters.
teams.
I've contemplated.
I'll do a Deion here. All right, so I'm going to take the Raiders, but I really like the Bucks. I really like the Bucks,
And then
and I want to take the Bucks,
And I don't know.
but I'm going to take the Raiders, and I might change, but give me credit for both.
And I don't know who puts together these sheets, but traditionally we have morons who work here so they probably just, whoever wins, I'm looking at Bob, I don't know why, but it's like.
Poor Bob.
You probably are getting credit for some wins.
No, I'm
Yeah,
not.
you're getting
no,
double
I'm not.
credit, yes.
I keep track of this.
The books have been
All right,
cooked.
yeah.
The book has not
I
been
trust
cooked.
Logan. Logan is
Yeah,
the
Logan-
producer.
Logan's
I
a
trust
good
him
man.
to do it.
Logan's a
I
good
just
man,
don't
yeah.
trust Deion to. Deion's probably texting Logan on the side, being like,
And don't
hey,
you ever question
remember
Tom's
when I
Town ball.
said I kind of like the Raiders and the Bucks? Just give me whoever wins.
Just go with that one. Before we get to some more games, let's go to #Truth presented by the Chevy Silverado. Dan, last week you said you were buying low on the 49ers.
I was right.
Where are we standing there, yeah?
I was right. I don't think they're going to win this week against the Patriots, but they got a little bit back to form against the Rams. People are going to clip this, but
Buying the Bears.
I think the Bears are going to win the NFC North.
I knew that was coming.
I think the Bears.
some people
Reggie knows.
cheering,
I think the Bears are going to. I think the Bears are going to win the NFC North.
Big Dick Nick. He's
It's going to be. It's going to be murky. It's not going to look pretty. I think it's going to come down to the Packers games. But I've seen enough. The Packers versus the Bucs told me that the Packers are a lot more like last year, where they were 13-3. But I always thought that they had a little bit of the fraud tag on them, because if you bullied them a little bit, you can beat them.
You're saying it's soft.
A little bit, and guess what? The Bears are not soft. That defense is back all the way, and I think the defense is playing better knowing that Nick Foles is playing on the other side of the ball, and they don't have to be perfect all the time.
How much did you love Nick Foles' press conference afterwards?
Oh, he's the best. I mean, when he was like, what would you rather do? Would you rather win ugly or lose pretty? That's a pretty easy answer. So I think the Bears are going to continue to win very ugly, and people are going to continue to say, I mean, they're 5-1 and they're 6.5-point dogs on Monday. They're not going to look good, but I think they're going to win the NFC North.
All right, Dave, you said that the Panthers will make the playoffs, and they did, in fact, lose to the Bears last week. What do you think about that?
I still think there's a chance that could happen. I didn't think they could. They were in that game. My new truth, I don't know if it's really a truth, as more as a statement. I hate the move in Miami. And I was reading.
Really?
Yeah. I think Fitzmagic, they're playing great. I read his comments. He said he's heartbroken.
Yeah.
I'm devastated.
How?
They're playing great.
He's playing well.
He knew what time it was when they drafted the kid. How can he?
We'll give him the year then.
Yeah, but Fitz know who he is.
What?
He can't pretend like he didn't know this was coming.
No, but you can still be heartbroken.
How?
Because they're playing great.
He's played on 50 teams. He knows some point in the season this is going to come.
No, I think it could easily have come next year. I think.
No.
Why? Why do you put him now? To me, it's a weird time to, and I love Flores. It's a weird time. I know it's after the bye, but they're playing as good as they can possibly play. My truth is, the Dolphins fade now with Tua as the quarterback. And by the way, I don't know. Everyone is all over Tua this, Tua that. I don't think I am not on the hype train with Tua.
Really?
Really?
No.
Why, just because of him being injured all the time in college, or?
Well, he wasn't the number one pick, right? I know the injuries.
He was top 5.
He would have been.
Yeah.
Well, I think if people thought he was as good, I didn't think even when he was healthy that he played that great, to be totally honest.
When he played good defenses in college, he did struggle a little bit more.
I am not in on Tua.
That's
my truth.
Fuck
Tua.
I like that.
Tua.
We're going to fuck Tua.
Well, what about Dave?
Fitz.
Any lefty quarterback kind of looks cool.
Well, yeah, Kenny Stabler.
I mean, it looks
Fitz is
cool.
Fitz. You guys not going.
I love Fitzmagic.
Fitz is the classic in a Major League Baseball player that's a reliever that you can't start. If you leave him in there too long, what's going to happen?
Listen, then let it happen.
Why would you let it happen when
Because
you know what's going to
what's
happen?
the harm in Tua sitting up for a full season?
You can't. I ain't never seen nobody sit on the bench and say, "Well, I got better today."
Didn't Mahomes sit on the bench?
Yeah, I mean, Alex Smith was better than.
Was much better.
Well,
Fitz.
I mean, to be honest, right, nobody's better than Fitz right now.
Fitz is Fitz. You know what's going to happen.
I don't know
what's going to happen.
What I hope for, and Fitzpatrick's not this type of guy, so he's not going to demand a trade. But what I would love to see is for the Cowboys to trade for him, because
that would be
I
awesome.
Guarantee you that the Cowboys.
Guys, that Fitz
be
stuff
better with
works for a
Fitzpatrick.
period of time, and you guys know that. It works for a period of time every year. Then what happens?
but Deion-
when the glass slipper falls off, that thing falls off, and she looks bad.
That Cowboys
She looks
offensive
bad.
line is so bad.
I mean,
And that
she got a
Cowboys
lace
offensive
front,
line is so
all
bad.
that, a scully up under the lace front, all kind of stuff.
No, when he goes cold, he goes cold. I'll give you that.
That's
But
absolutely true.
Let him go cold.
Let him go to the
But
Cowboys.
how is that good for the program? You got a kid sitting over here, and the kid told me himself, the kid probably been starting a while ago, but he wasn't ready. So he's shown in practice now that he's ready. That's the only reason they're making this transition.
But we are talking kind of a new age NFL, like maybe, I don't know, 15 years ago, 20. Like the rookie quarterback, he didn't play for the entire. You rarely saw the rookies put in year one.
No,
Rarely.
now they do. Everybody's
I know.
in. Like the problem.
Who has that work
The
for?
problem is everybody's in. all the rookies, everybody's in.
Yeah.
You can't be the last one knowing you're not going to the deep in the playoffs or nowhere with fit.
Well,
in the long
it's
run.
also
you got to get this guy ready.
Yeah, I mean the evolution of the NFL and college offenses have come closer together.
Right.
Where it was a lot of times it was sit because you're not used to taking snaps under center, running pro style. I like to move because I'm always like a big picture. If Tua's the guy, put him in.
Especially with the bye week.
You got to.
Yeah, but all right, fine. And I love Joe Burrow, who's getting
Killed.
demolished, and does that take away? Like, I feel like a quarterback. This is anecdotal, but if you play on a bad team and you get smashed, that can like affect your career.
So
You're not a dog.
Yes, so
If you're not
I
a dog,
used to think that way.
you're not
and
a
then
dog.
Mark Schlereth said to me, he was like, but if you get smashed and then you change who you are, you never were going to be the guy. Because you're going to get smashed eventually. So,
What about Peyton Manning? Peyton Manning broke a darn rookie record.
Yeah, that's
NFL
actually my
record.
favorite record ever because
For
then
throwing
you can,
picks.
you
Yeah,
can
and
be like,
Aikman played right away too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
He
but
got
he
killed.
got killed.
He was one of
But
the-
they were dogs. So if you worried about a guy not rising to the challenge the following year, you shouldn't have picked him.
Right.
This is my truth, because my truth was exceptional last week and the Chiefs won. Okay? This is my truth.
I wasn't even a fucking truth, Deion.
It wasn't
The
truth.
winner of the
You said the winner of the Chiefs versus Bills will represent the AFC.
They're going to represent
Somebody
it.
had to fucking win the game.
Hold on.
it hasn't gotten there yet, too.
I'm telling you what's going to happen. I'm telling you this
But
is going to happen.
You can't take credit for that
Yes,
truth
I
until the
can.
AFC
I'm trying to
Championship.
predict this and give it to you early.
You gave a no-lose truth then. The winner of this game goes to
You know what I don't want to bring up
Oh.
rivalries
Oh
here.
boy.
You did a Stu Feiner mortal lock.
You both-
You did the Jet when he
I
did
want
the Jets
Stu,
week
too.
one.
By the way, I want Stu.
You wait till you see what he's got for you in Barstool Sports Advisors this week. He has a Photoshop that is shocking.
Oh, I've seen it.
Oh,
I've seen the one.
it's disgusting.
It's
I've seen it.
horrifying.
Disgusting.
The one he's naked and put my head on it.
Yeah.
That's one of those
I've seen it.
things where when you see that Photoshop, you've got to take a long look in the mirror, like Hall of Fame, Super Bowls. Is it worth it to be associated with Stu
Stu
Feiner?
My truth is, what's the kid's name from Clemson?
Trevor Lawrence.
Trevor Lawrence, yeah.
I'm 100% sure if the Jets win first pick or Jacksonville, he's not going to go to neither. I'm almost 100% sure. He's going to pull a Eli Manning and say, I'm not in. I guarantee you.
So he'll do a trade. He won't
Why
stay in
wouldn't
school.
because people think the Jets are so mismanaged. Why wouldn't he want to come to New York?
Because, first of all, if you're not a dog, this ain't the place to come. And how many quarterbacks consecutively have not been successful?
So you don't think
here?
he's a dog?
I'm not going to say that. I wouldn't even take the chance. That organization is so bad. It's no way you could turn it around. And Jacksonville, how? When was the last time a really good quarterback played for any of those
Well, I
organizations?
have one for Jacksonville.
Blake Bortles.
Yeah, there you go.
Didn't he just get cut?
No, he's actually back on the team. Ha, Deion.
You knew he was going to do that. You knew.
By the way,
you
I've
knew he
been
was
thinking
gonna
about
do
it because you've been saying this, and I've heard a couple of people saying it.
I like
John,
that.
the best thing that ever happened to John Elway was Eli Manning because
Yeah.
it's a John Elway. It's not an Eli Manning. John Elway was your first
right.
initial guy to do that.
But he had baseball.
Yeah, but
He had the threat of
yeah,
baseball.
but Eli had Archie.
Eli had the
most
threat of
powerful
dad.
man in the world. Yeah.
Do you think there's any way that Trevor would stay in school to avoid it?
Yep. I don't even think you have to do it anymore. I just think you're going to negotiate and say,
Peyton
we're not
did
doing
that.
it.
If you are a dog, as you're saying, you should want to go to the Jets. Be in New York City. Joe Douglas, he's going to turn around. You are if you are a good quarterback on the New York Jets, you are going to be far bigger than
Dan,
basically
you don't believe
any
that.
other city.
You do not believe that.
Yeah.
You do not, Dan. You do
I
not
believe that.
Dave believes that. I mean, you're
Dave
saying,
believes that. Dan does not
well,
believe that.
I
believe
it.
that.
No, we both believe.
I
it.
believe
We're
that.
saying
You
we
do not believe that.
We believe.
You can be the king of New York.
And you could be the dunce of New York.
But if
You
you're a
could be the
dog and you
turd.
believe in
You're a
yourself,
dog.
you're like,
You'll be the guy that you guys give the nickname to as a
you
quarterback.
know what I did with this guy? I said, let's go to New York. I'm like, let's go to New York. That's what you do. If you believe in yourself and what you're doing, we
He's
relocate.
not built like that.
Do you
because
think Trevor
that's
Lawrence
you.
could do that?
No, you got a whole lot of other intangibles and variables that has to happen succinctly for you to be successful here. It's
I
not gonna happen.
think Joe is a pretty good GM. We'll see, but
But you're not sold on Trevor Lawrence, are you?
well, he wounded me on a
Yeah, had one bad game.
The national
personal
champion.
level. It was the
Right.
national
Right.
championship.
It was
He
a
had
national
one bad
championship.
game
National
his whole
championship.
career.
It's 17
National
overtimes.
championship.
Yeah,
Pretty big
he hasn't
game.
let it go.
Big game, biggest game of his life. No,
There's bad
bad
not a
games
horrible
and
game. He
historic
didn't
games.
have a horrible game.
Historically, the worst
was
game.
okay.
in
No,
the
you can't
Division
fight
One.
Dave with this because he
Yes.
took Clemson in this game, so he has all the
It-
stats.
And he
it's
left early.
Historically,
He got up and left early.
historically,
this.
the most overthrows since they've kept stats on Division I football.
Listen.
Don't tell me it wasn't horrific. It was the worst game a college quarterback has ever played.
The argument you'll never win is
the one that he
Dave
bet
and I
on.
have a bad beat, and we do so much research on one game.
I didn't come out of my room for 2 weeks. I was on the computer
You
looking
guys
up
told
every
me a couple
stat.
weeks ago when you're really passionate about something.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was a bet involved.
Yeah.
So I learned to shut up
Yes.
when I know you guys are really passionate.
I'll have a highlight package ready for you tomorrow.
Yeah, we were live streaming and he stood up and left as soon
He
as
left?
Trev- Oh yeah, he left.
What
at the
did
end of
you
the
do when
game.
you left?
He literally.
But what did you do when you left?
I went home and sulked. He literally, and I started looking up the stats because Casey was kind of like you and like talking out of the side of her mouth.
Did you
It's
just
like,
go and take
I
off
love
the
he
Trevor
could not hit to Bob. Like he something, I don't know what he was doing that. And now to his credit, he owned it. He wore it. He's like, I was horrible. But if he could have completed 20% of the passes, he should have. That could have been a different game.
Take us home with you. Like when you went home, when you walked in, what's the first thing you did?
I researched like how much I was looking for articles bashing him, just to like get in on it in the comment section. Be like, that guy sucks, you know, like a fucking troll.
He could be the king of New York and he's still probably gonna hate him.
No, listen.
I mean-
He's looked a lot better. And the weird thing about that, which maybe to his credit, that game, it wasn't the pressure. It wasn't. He just was off. I've never seen anything like it.
You have those sometimes.
But
happens.
it's a tough game to have it.
Yeah.
Let's go to Ain't Nobody Care Game of the Week,
Hey, this is a
sponsored
great
by
game.
Pepsi. This football season, prepare your taste buds for the most iconic sports watching drink of all time, Pepsi, with refreshing deliciousness, specially formulated to keep your eye on the ball and mouth-watering fizziness. Pepsi has everything you need to power you through game day. Pepsi made for football watching. Dan, we've got the Lions and the Jags.
Nope, that's written incorrectly.
Oh.
It's the Jags and the Chargers.
Oh, the
Right.
Jags
Yeah,
and
yeah.
the Chargers.
Lions Jags was last week, so I'm excited. I don't even know who we have yet. But Michelangelo has been getting all of these fans, so it's got to be hard to find a Chargers, a LA Chargers.
It looks like we got Tealman and Tilo Patra versus Johnny Bolt Pride.
This is Johnny Bolt Pride. Let's see it. Let's see it.
Cleopatra here to tell you why you should watch the Jaguars-Chargers game this Sunday.
Deion Sanders, prime time. This is Johnny Bull Pride telling you to pick the Chargers in the Ain't Nobody Care Game of the Week.
It's not about what the Jaguars are going to do. It's because a Jaguars game is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get.
We're going to win, and I'll tell you why. Justin Herbert, our young quarterback, will get his first win.
For example, take our 70s superstar quarterback, Gardner Minshew. We don't know if we're going to get sky rockets in flight, afternoon delight, or are we going to get I'm going down. I mean, you just don't know.
So we Big Bear Bosa and Super Mel with the swooping defense. Swoop, swoop!
Also, we're on our 5th kicker. What team in the league can say that? Will John Brown make a kick? Will he not? You just don't know.
Better send some Pepsi for our tailgates, baby. Southern Cali Thunder Alley.
Think of it this way. The Jaguars are the only team where you don't just cheer for the name, you don't just cheer for the town, you cheer for the county. Duval!
Big Cat, it's the mayor of Duval. I'm here to tell you, this is a real cat.
Oh, shit.
Damn!
Big Cat is a fraud.
I did beat Doug Marone in a swimming contest in the pool in the Jacksonville Stadium.
You did do that.
I kind of own that stadium. This is my favorite segment. It's going to get better and better because as the season goes along and these super fans have to find a way to get hype. Like what she was
Fifth
saying,
kicker.
fifth kicker,
I
like
love
it was
her.
a prideful
Kicker,
thing.
yeah.
Like
She
who
liked
can
that.
say they have 5 kickers?
I was watching Tilo Patra, and I'm wondering, like, it popped in my head, like, the progression of when it went, hey, I'm going to be a normal fan, to I'm going to slowly, is it all at once you become Tilo Patra, or is it a progression over seasons?
I think once you put the lipstick on, you have to just go full blown.
I think what
have
happens
to.
is you get season tickets, then you start becoming friends with the people around you, then everyone together is like, we're just super fans. And then you have the combination of a bad team.
Yeah.
Like what's a way to make a bad game good is dress up.
I guess,
good.
yeah, I guess
I
it's
liked
like
her.
I was a Jimmy Buffett fan.
She was
so
good.
Parrot head. It's like you go a little bit, and I kept going, and by the end, my car has a fin
Yeah,
on
you-
it, and I
right.
got the whole, you know, I'm like,
So
oh,
it's an
yeah.
evolution.
It's an
Right.
evolution.
It's an evolution.
You
okay.
wake up one day and you're Tilo Patra and you're like, well, I guess this is
Tilo
better than
Patrick
nothing.
Was
Yeah.
good. Now the other cat, Johnny Bolt Pride,
Yeah.
he was trying to be a wrestler. He had that wrestler.
Listen, I'm going to give him a pass because, as we all know, Boltman, who is no longer with us, not dead, he just retired as a super fan.
You can't retire.
When you move cities, you can.
He retired.
He
Fireman
retired.
did.
Fireman Ed got fed up.
Ragnar
You
did.
trying to send a kid there. Fireman Ed got fed up. And you trying to send that kid there.
Patriots killed Fireman Ed. They did.
Out of retirement,
He
too?
did. It was butt fumble. He retired after butt fumble.
Fireman Ed
actually-
shut it down.
I
And you
blogged
trying
it.
to send Trevor Lawrence there.
I mean,
no
listen,
way.
they were decent with Parcells.
All right, we've got to make a pick for this game. So, Deion, I know ain't nobody care, but
Yeah, I'm going with the Chargers. Ain't no way in the world I'm picking
Yes.
Jacksonville. There's no way I'm picking Jacksonville for nothing.
Dave.
Yeah, same Chargers.
Yeah. Give me
Only way I pick Jacksonville, they let Lil Duval play.
Yeah. The Jaguars are very, very, very bad.
But she was electric, so it is. I mean,
Yes.
She was good.
Tila Patrick, like week 16, she'll be like, listen,
9 kickers.
we
9
got a
kickers.
chance here. Like, this, we can build on
We
this.
could get the first pick. That's what should be.
No, she's going to be like, I mean, we have our own superfan, Stephen Shea, who, when the season is lost, it's immediately like, guess what? The draft. Like, or look at our young guys. Like, we might be 2-14, but our young guys were balling out last week of the season.
And
that's a superfan.
Instant
Superfan.
transformation. Like the second he's in it till they're mathematically eliminated, and then it's a quick flip
And then
to
it's
next year.
And then it's the draft is actually, I'd rather have a high draft pick than win the Super Bowl because this draft is so loaded.
That's what makes the NFL though. The NFL.
It really
It's like
does.
Crazy
These
ass.
Superfans
We're
do.
the best.
Let's go to rapid fire games of the week presented by Rocket Mortgage. Adjust your monthly payment, down payment, and closing costs in real time. When you need a personalized home loan playbook, Rocket can. They're the official mortgage provider of the NFL. Let's start with the Lions at the Falcons. And Deion, you said you were never picking the Falcons again, and then they won.
hurt
You can't get them right.
Now they hurt
you
me last week.
You cannot get them right.
I went against what I said I normally do. When the coach gets fired, you ride with that team because they're going to have an emotional high.
Yep.
I'm not doing it. I should have done it, and I didn't do it, and I lost the game last week. I'm going with the Lions this week.
Dave?
Lions as well. I have Falcons 2 in a row. Who knows? I mean, that last week the Vikings. Jesus, they look terrible. I take
Terrible.
the Lions here.
Yeah.
Dan?
I'm going to take the Lions as well. I think the Lions are going to put a few games together here.
All right, let's go to the Browns at the Bengals. Baker Mayfield battling a rib injury or got benched, not really sure. Joe Burrow looking good, but still getting killed. Dave, what do you think about this game?
So we've been saying the Cleveland Browns. I gave them a shot last week, but I've said it like 4 weeks in a row because I know it impressed Deion the first time. The Houston Cougars, David Klingler. Well, in this analogy, the Browns kill the Bengals. They're beating up on shitty teams, and then they lose and get killed versus the good. So this should be a game the Browns get fat. I will take the Browns.
Dan?
Yeah, I'm going to take the Browns as well. The Browns, I think they ran for like 240 yards against the Bengals the first time they played. That's pretty much the success. I mean, the recipe for success for the Browns. If they can run the ball, they'll win. If they can't against the Steelers, they won't. They'll be able to run the ball. Yeah.
Deion?
That's bad. That's saying a lot about Baker Mayfield because you're both.
No, his ribs are hurt.
No, you're saying if they run the ball, they win. So you're saying they can't throw. Let me tell you something about the receivers. Receivers, they want the ball at all times. But if you're losing and they don't get the ball, they're steaming hot. It's unbelievable. They just hate it intensely. And that's what's going on. They got 2 really good Pro Bowl receivers. And these guys are fed up with their quarterback, Baker Mayfield. I'm not saying that because I got that from them because I didn't. I'm just saying that because I'm looking and seeing how this thing is playing
You are
out.
friends with them though.
Yeah, I
You
am.
talk with
I
them
am.
a lot,
I
so
am.
that-
I
that's
am,
never
but I haven't
brought up.
I haven't
It's not
spoken
like,
to him
hey,
in
what
3
do you think
weeks.
of your quarterback?
No, I can see the body language on the field. I'm going with the Cleveland Browns because Cincinnati is just a not good team. I'm not.
That was a good deal.
That was really.
You just, everything was about
I know.
the Browns stinking, and then you're like,
No, there's
for
the
that reason,
Browns
Browns.
passing game
Yeah.
stinking.
So they will run.
They will run.
on
They will
Sunday.
run.
Yes.
Let's go to Packers at Texans. Dan, Aaron Rodgers, not a great week last week, but the Texans are also just not very good.
Yeah, the Texans, if this was a betting show, I'd probably take the Texans plus 3.5, but straight up, I'm going to take the Packers. I think this game, though, will be a little bit closer than people expect.
I like that.
Well, it can't be that much closer.
What do you mean?
3.5.
Yeah, but I would imagine most people are betting the Packers. So I think most people think they're going to win by like a touchdown.
Dave?
I enjoyed watching that smirk wiped off Aaron Rodgers' face last week. He wasn't smiley, giggly. Instead, he was like, "Oh, Sue, how do you hit me like that?" Like he just tackled him. Do you see that one?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's like, you got tackled, dude. Deal with it.
He also humped.
I like that.
Really?
No, because when he did that, I was just thinking about.
It was disgusting.
No, I was thinking about Dave. I was just thinking about you.
Oh, I don't like him.
No, I was thinking when he was humping, I just knew you were throwing something at the television.
Well, I don't like him.
You were hot.
Well,
you
got his comeuppance.
Listen, I'm not going to tell another man how to hump, but let's just say Aaron Rodgers got no depth on that hump. There's a lot of women that are being like, is it in yet?
Olivia Munn already kind of talked shit about it.
Is it in yet, Aaron? Because that was a light hump.
She said he's not good at going down on her. Tongue's talent should probably give.
That's all I'm going to say.
But that's not good, though. What? You can't say that.
Well, she didn't say his name, but she gave every single detail that.
Well, that's not the main ingredient, so she missed a whole other category.
It was she flamed him out pretty good on a podcast.
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
She's also.
He must have dumped. Did he dump her?
Like Microsoft Paints.
Yeah, the clip art. She like drew.
Clip art.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
All time.
Did he dump her?
I'm not sure.
Aaron Rodgers is a loser. I'm gonna take.
He's not a loser.
Yes, I'm gonna take the Packers.
He humps like a loser.
The kid is not a loser. I'm going to take the Packs. He said he's a loser, but I'm taking the Packs.
Well, listen. I don't like LeBron. He's good at basketball. I think Aaron Rodgers is good. I just don't like him.
Let's go Panthers at Saints. Deion.
I'm going with the Saints. I love Teddy Bridge, but I'm going with the Saints.
This is my NCAA upset pick that I really don't think is going to happen, but I'm riding the Panthers, so I'll take them again here 2 weeks in a row. And I don't know why, but I feel like these two teams always play close games.
They do.
Yes.
Dan?
I'll take the Saints straight up here.
You're a good man. You're a really good man.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Let's go to Bills at Jets. Dave, the Jets, the last team.
I mean, can we just?
Yeah, Bills.
Bills. Okay.
Yeah.
Moving on.
Will the bet should be, will the Jets score more than 10 points?
Okay.
That's good.
No?
No.
Yeah, okay. Cowboys at the Washington football team. Dan.
I'm taking.
Be careful. Be careful.
No.
Be careful.
What are you talking about?
How can
Washington football team is going to win this game?
You taking Washington?
Yes. The Cowboys are a dumpster fire. The Cowboys have
So bad.
everyone in their locker room. I love that quote where they're like, we were trying to keep it in-house, but our coaches fucking suck. That was pretty much what they said. That's what they said.
That's the way you pay.
The recipe to beat the Cowboys is to have any life in your pass rush. The Washington football team, last I checked, Ryan Kerrigan's on that team, Chase Young's on that team. Andy Dalton's going to be running for his life. Washington football team's going to win this game. I actually think they should be favored by more.
Dion, what do you think?
I like the Dallas Cowboys in this game because usually when there's controversy.
Why?
Because usually when there's controversy and in-house stuff gets outside, usually there's a team meeting. And you call a team meeting, you air it out.
Who's running that team meeting?
So everybody.
Who's running that team meeting?
The players.
Who, though?
That's
not
the
there.
I don't know.
Andy Dalton?
Probably Zeke, but Zeke can't run it coming off of 2 fumbles.
Fumbles.
You can't run it.
That's
Murray.
Someone has.
Murray, maybe.
Murray's not going to say
Quiet
nothing.
guy.
He's
Right?
not gonna say
So
nothing.
who's running
So
it?
somebody on the defense. It was one of those unsung hero type guys. That one of the guys that's really a dog, or one of the 15 guys that they put a C on his chest and he's not really a C. But
Well, you might have stumbled upon kind of what I'm getting to. I don't think there is anyone who can run
It
that.
is.
Is that white linebacker or what?
Leighton
Cowboy
Van
collar?
Der Esch.
Why you
Van Der
call him
Esch.
a white linebacker?
Because I'm describing him. And he.
Leighton Van Der Esch.
And
Boise State,
he
right?
plays one game and gets hurt for 16.
No, you're thinking. Well, they have two of those
He's
now.
hilarious,
You're thinking of Sean Lee.
Sean Lee.
Yes.
I was
But
thinking
Leighton
Sean
Van Der
Lee.
Esch also
No, both of them
good
are
and
the
gets,
same. Yeah,
gets
both.
injured all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sean Lee, he comes back for one game, misses
Yes,
16.
is awesome.
Comes back for one.
Collinsworth is like, this defense is different with Sean Lee. And then it's like the third quarter, he's like, Sean Lee's out again.
Permanently hurt.
I wish, I'm going with the Cowboys, but I wish what could happen is, see, the guys are blaming stuff. I've never been one to blame a coach. I wish they could just, that big Jumbotron that sits in the middle of the stadium, I wish all the fans could come in and they could do the team film. So they could show everybody, hey, you see this play? This idiot was supposed to be in the A gap. That idiot was supposed to take the B gap.
But that's
Look at the, I want them to
coaching.
do it. No, that's not coaching. It's the guys not doing what they should do, and now they're blaming it on the coaches.
That is coaching.
But Mike
Not coaching.
Nolan, okay, so the Cowboys have given up 14 passing touchdowns, 10 rushing touchdowns through 5 games. The last time a team gave up that much was Mike Nolan in 2005 when he was head coach of the 49ers. That's coaching.
And what's the difference between teams that doesn't happen versus it does? I mean, it's got to be the coaching. I have 2 problems. I like Washington in this game, and I think they win by double digits, but I had a philosophy that worked for me last week, which is any team that's like 1-5 that is a favorite, granted it's 1, you can't take. You can't, no matter how small. Now, it worked for me because that was the Giants, 1.5. and I won. I like Washington here. I actually think they're the second best.
That's the way to cover both sides, Prime.
Good touche. I learned from you. That's not old like weak. I learned from you, Dad. I learned it from you.
Let me throw this out there, Deion. If this Cowboys season falls off a cliff even more, are they going to take a quarterback?
That's good. See, I like that.
Because there's, Justin Fields, Trevor Lawrence, Trey Lance. Those are the three guys that are, projected top 10.
Yeah.
Are they going to say, hey, we got everything else. Let's
The BYU kid's very good.
It's going to be tall. It's going to be hard to get away from Dak in Dallas. It'll be hard.
The other thing about this game, very different 2-4 versus 1-5. Like, nobody expected anything out of Washington, and I think they're playing hard. Dallas is a dumpster fire. They expected a lot. The quarterback's hurt. That's why I love Jerry Jones.
The whole line is hurt.
Yeah. Jerry Jones after the game being like, we're not satisfied with 2-4. No shit, dude. You
Well,
just lost by 40.
they should be 1-5 because of the Falcons game.
It's a great point because Mike McCarthy was brought into what was supposed to be a finished product. Ron Rivera was brought in to be a full rebuild, including the fucking name.
Right.
So it is definitely a different vibe.
Let's go to the Kansas City Chiefs at the Denver Broncos. Dave, tough game last week against the Patriots or for the Patriots. What did you think?
Listen, throw that away. Like
Okay.
they've been COVIDed to death. They're not practicing normally. Cam was out. The facilities open, closed. People are squawking. That game meant nothing. That was like if you just said in the middle of August, "Hey guys, show up. We got to play a game." No, put nothing on that. Thank you for asking though. But I will take the Chiefs here. I mean, no brainer. I think everyone's probably taking the Chiefs.
I'm taking the Chiefs.
Chiefs?
Yeah, Chiefs.
Okay.
I already gave my New England spiel. San Francisco at New England, so that's why I like New England. Bounce back in the thing. San Fran off a big win. They're going to get the Patriots will be ready this week.
Really tough game.
All right, San Fran at New England.
Tough
Dan.
game.
Yeah, I'm taking the Patriots. I would think about maybe taking the Niners if Mostert wasn't hurt because he is so electric. But Bill Belichick off of a loss.
And it wasn't even like this is the first they're back together.
Don't overthink it. Don't overthink it.
And this is the first time they, since really week one that they've had a normal schedule to go into a game.
When I look at this game, I'm thinking about Bill Belichick. And I'm thinking about a quarterback that he had up under his tutelage. And he knows his strengths and weaknesses. And I'll be darned, you think I'm going to take a quarterback that Bill Belichick allowed to go, and he's coming to New England to play after a loss. No way.
Yeah, he's going to make Jimmy G beat him, and I don't think
I'm taking New England.
All right, let's go to the Monday Night Football game, the last game of the week. Chicago at the Rams. Deion, I'm going to let you start because I know where Dan's going.
Yeah, the Rams lost. The Rams lost. And they're coming off a tough loss, which they should have won, which everyone picked them to win. I did. I picked them to win, and I know what I'm doing.
Both took the Niners, and the Niners.
The
Rams were never.
But that's why I'm winning.
That game.
I'm winning in picks. So what I say usually, has precedent around here when it comes to picks. But I'm taking the Rams because I don't feel like they're going to lose back-to-back games, and I'm not sold on Chicago. I love me some Nick Foles. I like the defense. I don't love them, but I'm taking the Rams because I don't feel like they're going to lose back-to-back.
What's not to love about the defense?
I don't love them. I like them.
What don't you love?
I don't love them. I like them.
What
Dave?
defense do you love?
Oh, that's a good question.
That's a good one. I don't think I love any defense right now. I love them sporadically. The way Tampa played last week, I love that. But I'm not crazy about them. They're inconsistent.
Dave, what do you think about this game?
I think it's going to be very close. I'm going to take the Rams at home. Primarily, that's the difference. But I think it's going to be a close game. If, again, we don't do the lines. If I was doing lines, I'd take the Bears. But I'm going to take the Rams to win the game. But very, very close.
And we know.
And the Bears are going to win. The Bears are going to win, and everyone's going to be like, well, how are the Bears 6-1? Apologize, they stink. And I'm going to say, nope, not going to apologize. They're probably going to win 21-20. And it's going to look terrible. And they're going to get. They're going to win 21-20 with 7 field goals.
I think there's going to be like 3,000 turnovers in this game. I do. I don't know why. I think both quarterbacks.
I don't want. Actually, you know what? I'm not going to put it out there. What
were you going to say?
Put it
out there. You should just put it out there.
The Bears' offensive line has been bad, and Aaron Donald scares me, and I want Nick Foles to be healthy. That's going to suck if that comes back.
That was a pretty ominous thing to put out there.
Yeah,
that's the way
it popped in my head. What am I supposed to say? That's what I'm telling you as a fan. I'm telling you. No, I'm telling you that. I think the Bears are going to win.
That clip will live.
Yeah, but you put it out there.
I'm putting it out there because I'm telling everyone that I am nervous, and I'm telling you as a fan what's going through my head.
So what's the difference when I say that and you say that?
Well, you say it every game.
I didn't say the Rams are going to win the game. I said I want Nick Foles to stay healthy. I want Nick Foles to stay healthy, and I'm nervous about their offensive line.
He's just a concerned fan.
Just make sure you scheme it up to block. Have everyone block Aaron Donald.
Put that
And
in the
then
universe, yeah.
He's coming because he was stifled last week. He was stifled last week.
Maybe
he's
start
coming.
Mitch. Maybe put Mitch.
All right, let's finish out the
God
show.
damn it, that's gonna
Oh, yeah,
suck.
that is.
Maybe the meanest thing ever said about Mitch Trubisky. Put him in so he gets fucking
So he just
hurt.
gets killed.
No, he's athletic enough. He can move around.
Yeah,
he
that's
wouldn't
true.
get
That's
sacked.
Matt.
Yeah, he wouldn't get sacked.
Yikes.
Let's go to the primetime pick of the week presented by Chevy Silverado. And Dan, you are still alive in the Survivor Pool, 6-0. I don't know if Chevy's going to give you a truck if you go 16-0.
Yes, I think they said they were. Chevy said they were going to give me a truck if I go 16.
If you go 16-0, Dan gets a Silverado.
There we go. Thank you, Chevy. That's very nice of you to do that. I didn't expect you to do it, but
Are they
you guys
really
the
doing
best.
that?
Well,
No.
now they are.
Now they are.
Well, I guess if they don't want to, they'd go back on their word. Do
That we made up,
Chevy
but
want to
it's-
go back on their
I'm
word?
going to give Chevy, I have a different type of truck that I will never mention again. I'm now a Chevy guy.
Yeah,
Silverado,
Chevy
yeah.
through and through.
Okay.
So yeah, when I go 16-0, they will give me a Silverado.
I get some Chevy merch. I feel like when you like
You can. I'll drive you around in my
truck guy merch is kind of cool.
Yeah,
For sure.
Look at that fucking truck guy.
Dan, what are you going to go with this week?
Buffalo, easy.
Okay.
Okay.
So just mark me down as 7-0.
Still alive. Good for you, Dan.
Yep.
All right, Dave, you're 4-2, but you did win last week with the Colts.
Yeah.
You went this week.
I'm going to go with the. Yeah, I haven't taken them yet. Patriots.
Okay. And Deion, you did not get yours last week, but you're 3-3.
I'm
catch up to
horrible.
these
This
guys.
is the only thing I'm really.
And this is the only thing that matters because we're playing for a truck.
I'm going with Buffalo this week.
Well, he just took Buffalo.
I don't care.
Oh, we're going to.
We can take them together. We can't take them together.
That's fucking. That's
No, you
exciting.
I don't know if that's a
Again,
rule. I don't know what the rules
This is
are.
an entertainment show, Deion.
Let me find somebody else.
Take a team that you haven't picked.
Let's be as boring as possible. You
Give me the Packers.
You reverted back to the NFL
right.
network.
Okay.
Give me the
for a
Packers.
second.
Packers. Okay.
Packers.
All
I was
right.
trying to go for a definite win, a definite
Yeah, I
win.
know.
Well, if you win like I do, you get to go first. But
True.
you don't. So you don't.
And you're the only one that could potentially get a Silverado.
I'll also give you a ride in my truck,
There
Deion.
you go.
Yeah.
That's so nice. Anything else, guys?
No.
Great
Nope.
show.
All right, we'll toss it to these guys now.
I
on
want
Sunday.
Stu.
Oh, yeah.
Oh boy.
How bad is this rivalry?
You know what? You guys gotta. The rivalry's bad, but you guys gotta give me at least one new. I want to meet one new employee every week.
Stu actually asked if he could be on the show. Dead serious.
You gotta bring him on.
No,
for a
Deion
segment.
said to put
Just
him
a
right here.
segment.
No.
You
Give him
will
a second.
regret that for the rest of your
you're
life.
right.
Can we have one segment?
No.
There is no one segment with Stu
You can
Fine.
have a one-on-one with him. We will not be part of it.
Right.
But Stu
And I would
has-
have your guys ready to remove him when he won't leave.
Okay.
But you,
We're
And don't
doing
give
one.
him your cell phone number.
No.
We're doing a one-on-one.
but you,
Yeah,
you
you-
did say if he stands
do
over
whatever
here, he
you want
likes
with
me,
him.
so I
Just
can
don't
be.
do it with us.
There is
We're
no
doing
one
one.
segment with Stu.
Okay, we'll do a one-on-one.
What about
Okay.
Caleb moderating?
I like that.
Okay.
Have you ever heard give a guy an inch, he'll take a mile?
Yeah.
You let Stu Feiner into your life. He's with you for life.
I need another nickname next week. Can we do that on the Sunday show?
Yeah, we'll find someone
Because
else.
I need, because the two that you gave me, I love them.
We'll think of some more people. We have
We have a lot of
Plenty
we
a
have.
lot of
balls,
weirdos.
yeah.
I mean, I named the horse. I named
Glenny Balls is like you can't. That's hard
Glenny
to
Balls.
top. I didn't think you could top Glenny Balls.
I had a horse named Weird Haircut Seth after one of my
Weird.
employees. He had a weird haircut.
Nope, not even close.
Oh, what an idiot. What a fucking idiot. Weird haircut Seth. That was my campaign. That was 25 yards. That was a duck 25 fucking yards.
Handsome Hank was a.
Handsome Hank.
Yep.
I used to
Tommy
call my
used to
son
be
Handsome
alarmingly
Bob.
stupid.
Yeah, alarmingly stupid Tom.
We'll come up with
Alarmingly
someone.
stupid Tom.
Yeah, we'll come up
He's
with
Tommy Smokes now, though.
Yeah.
He
Tommy-
graduated.
So he
We'll
smokes?
find some.
No, he
No,
does.
he's a vape god.
He puts like the smoke shows, Pretty Girls on our website. So Tommy smokes.
Which is funny because if you met him, you'd know like he doesn't.
Do you
talk
know
to
the best thing about your guys? So like when we give a guy a name in the hood, he's known for that, but he really don't do nothing.
Right.
All your guys really work.
Oh yeah.
That's what I'm
Youngstown Bob really eats.
That's what I'm.
I mean, start the show that way, end the show that
I'm
way.
talking about a job, like a real job.
Sorry,
That
Bob.
is sometimes work.
Sorry, Bob. All right. Well, we'll see who you're going to meet right now. We're going to go out to these guys to update you on Sunday.